Greetings. My name is Guna. I'm a storage professional. I used to work for LSI Broadcom in the storage group some time back. Now I'm involved in a few things besides being on the board of SNIA India. I'm also doing a couple of startups. One is based out of the US. We're doing a base station targeting the rural US market. Another one is based out of Bangalore. We're doing some interesting things in the AI ML area. So my role today in this short session is to give you a preview of what you can expect on day 2, December 5th of the Storage Developer Conference. I'll be giving you a brief insight into all the speakers and topics through the plenary section and those on track 1 of the agenda. And also giving you additional information that would help you get the most out of this virtual conference. Again, on behalf of SNIA, I welcome you all to this great virtual conference. Okay. So before going ahead, if you guys want, you can take a break and look at all the, see all the details on the agenda. If you want to check out the speaker profiles, you can go to these links, the abstracts, and if you want to register, you can do the same thing. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, so anyway, let's get right into it. So on Saturday, December 5th, the first thing to note is, as you start the second day of the conference, the first thing to notice, like all the sessions are pre-recorded, so and will only be streamed at the times posted in the agenda. Please note that. So if you have a session that you don't want to miss, then make sure that you're logged in ahead of the scheduled time. The videos will be available on demand after the time, but you won't be able to ask questions of the speakers in real time. All the speakers have been requested to be available for questions while the session is being streamed. So if you actually are attending it, you'll get to answer all the questions. You'll get to ask any questions you want to the speakers, and I think that would be much better, enriching experience for yourself. So at 9 a.m., we will hear from the chair of SNIA, Dr. J. Metz. Dr. J will be welcoming delegates and talking about SNIA's technical work program and the influence in the storage industry. And we'll look ahead to what SNIA has planned for the coming year. And that's be a pretty interesting session, and you don't want to miss that. 9:10 a.m., we will welcome our keynote speakers for the day from the SODA Foundation. The SODA Foundation is an open source project under the Linux Foundation that aims to foster an ecosystem of open source data management and storage software for data autonomy. Sanil and Ashit will discuss the architecture, technical solutions, and future plans towards open data autonomy. At 9:50 a.m., we have the first of our sponsored sessions from Dell, who are a premier partner this year and a consistent supporter of SNIA India. Prakash Venkat will give us a visionary insight into the trends for data mobility. This presentation aims to capture the broad trends in the space with a skew towards how the storage industry is constantly evolving to meet the challenges of the data lifecycle. Following on at 10:30 a.m. is a second premier sponsor from NetApp, who are also valued contributors to SDC India over the last few years. Rupesh will discuss how the growth of data and data management is becoming super critical. Managing the data at the same time as processing it with speed is being required by all applications, and Rupesh will talk about the next generation capabilities from the data management perspective. Okay, so moving on. Moving on, at starting at 11:10 a.m., we have a series of presentations on file systems. Starting with the team from Azure Storage at Microsoft, who will describe and demonstrate the progress that has been made over the past year in the Linux kernel client in accessing servers using the SMB 3.1.1 family of protocols. That is followed by Nutanix, and they will be describing how to build a software-defined, load-balanced, scale-out NAS solution that could span multiple nodes and export single namespace over NFS v4 using the open source NFS Ganesha server and a distributed database like Zookeeper. Finally, at 12:20 p.m., Cloudera will look at how to test a distributed file system. They describe why a distributed file system spanning over hundreds to thousands of nodes adds to the complexity of both development and testing of a file system, and how they tested Ozone, which is a distributed file system. Okay. Moving on, the next section starts with a repeat from yesterday's agenda for those who might have missed it. NGD Systems will say that the market needs a new way to look at storage and will explain what computational storage is and why it is fundamental to the future of storage and in meeting the needs of future applications. We then move into 5 talks on the subject of emerging technologies. At 13:30 or 1:30, we start with IBM talking about high-speed active clustering over Ethernet RDMA. They will discuss the advent of RDMA technologies like IWARP and ROCE, or high-speed Ethernet, and how Ethernet as a storage interconnect is gaining ground on performance over fiber channel protocols. This is followed by smart modular technology. We'll be converting Gen Z and other emerging technologies that will aid artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms and in-memory database applications, where the biggest challenge is how to increase the memory available to the CPU. Next, it's the turn of Micron to look at a similar subject, storage acceleration and near memory compute, but this time with a close look at CXL and CCIX. They'll be looking at how the combination of next-gen interconnects and storage class memory will benefit database systems, high-performance computing, and AML use cases. At 3:15, it's a turn of Veritas to tell us about optimized storage and network layers, again with a view towards next-generation workloads. They will present comparative results between the proposed solutions and the scenario where there are overlaps of techniques between storage and networking layers using next-generation storage, flash, NVMEs, etc., and network like InfiniBand and Ethernet. Then to finish up the emerging technology section, we have KIOXIA. They will discuss advancements in networking and storage technologies and how they are blending together to address the demands of modern workloads and scheduling frameworks such as Kubernetes. They will also demonstrate how to leverage RDMA /ROCE version 2 and TCP to integrate and provision faster storage on Kubernetes platforms. Okay, so moving on, there is an extra look at storage management, and Rishal will expand on yesterday's session of the SNIA Swordfish. If you've heard about the SNIA Swordfish Open Industry Storage Management Standard Specification, but are looking for a deeper understanding of its value and functionality, this presentation is for you. Rishal will provide a broad look at Swordfish and describe the RESTful methods and JSON schema variants developed by SNIA's Scalable Storage Management Technical Workgroup, SSMTWG, and the Swordfish Forum. And the Redfish Forum. Moving on. The final section of the day provides a lead into persistent memory hackathon. Niranjan Pendarkar will provide an overview of the technical work that SNIA is doing in persistent memory and will give some background to the hackathon and what it does. And Alex McDonald will give a good educational insight into what persistent memory is and the benefits it will bring. If you're thinking about joining the hackathon session but not sure about what persistent memory is, then Watch these sessions by your preparation. Once the sessions are over, the persistent memory hackathon will be open. And here is a link to access. You are invited to the tutorial video, then follow the instructions to access the library and learn how to program persistent memory. Okay. Finally, some pointers to getting the most out of the SDC India as a virtual conference. Please don't forget to rate the sessions. That's pretty important. Your feedback is vital information for us in determining topics and speakers for future conferences, and this has really helped us in the past. Explore the platform, use all the available features, meet some new friends, and enjoy the learning experience of SDC India. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the conference and have a wonderful day. Thank you.